Alright, so then drawing all those things from my previous videos into the menorah with some recap for those that haven't seen the previous videos. So all the feasts of the Lord are connected to the end times and the menorah. So in this Excel I go through the connect of Passover, First Fruits, Yom Kippur, Pentecost, Feast of Trumpets, Unleavened Bread, and Hanukkah. Only one that is missing is Purim. And in my past video I talk about the reference to the disciples going to the boat, and Jesus is the only one that is going to the mountains to pray. And then the disciples leave with the boat, and then they face some tough times on the waters, and then Jesus walks on the water and comes to them during the fourth watch of the night. So maybe that's the Purim reference, because Yom Kippurim is the fast. It's not a festival or feast, it's a fast in the autumn time. But Purim is a celebration in the springtime, 14th of Adar actually, that celebrates what Esther did. In the she revealed to the king that she's Jewish and saved her people. And maybe that has significance to all of us. Maybe we are placed wherever we are with the people that we are for such a time as this. And that's the missing festival in here. So let's go and take a look on when is the celebration of Purim. It's in the 14th of Adar. So let's go back to here. Adar is usually mid-Feb to mid-March. And when the Purim is 14th, so it's in the middle, so it's end of February would be the real time to celebrate Purim. I know the Jewish people are celebrating it in the beginning of March, I think, this year. But yeah, end of February would be the right day to celebrate it. Perhaps that is, as I talked about, the 17th of January is when all these other things align. Perhaps that is when we go into the boat in the idiom, and then we are in the boat until that end of Feb, that Purim. And that time between the 17th of January and the end of February will be increasingly difficult. If we take the idiom, they were experienced fishermen, but they were really struggling with the waves and the wind. And wind is idiom for Satan. So he's personally making it very hard for all of us in the boat. Yeah. And then going back to the menorah, why is the Purim the last one then? How did I come to that conclusion? Well, usually Passover is in Abib. So 14th of Abib, and it's mentioned in the Bible. You can see some verses here. So Abib is starting usually mid-March, ends mid-April, but we are 1 month off because we had the Adar 2 last year, and that is based on where the actual sun and moon are with regards to the constellations. But let me show you. So if we take a look on where the Pisces here. So the Pisces would end April 14th, and that's when we would start the month of Tale, so Abib. So if the Pisces end April 14, then in the end of April we would have the Passover. Alright, if we have the Passover end of April, then we still have time to have first fruits and unleavened bread before Israel turns 78. And if Israel turns 78 before the rapture, then we can consider if there's some 10 days of testing or something still there, but then it gets pretty difficult. I think the likelihood that the rapture happens before that is very high, because it's the fourth night watch, which starts 28th of January. So if it starts 28th of January, then it would kind of end already the whole cycle. If we look at this, the whole cycle ends already mid-March. That's where it usually ends, the Hebrew year. But of course, if we then start to count the year from the Israel Independence Day, 14th of May, then the fourth night watch is later, so that might be. But when it comes to the feasts, basically on the 17th of January, all the other feasts are kind of already gathered and have a significance in here. So in that sense, it would not be required to have these three anymore, because there is only one candle in each candlestick, so they're already gathered. That would make sense that the Purim is the last one that is not yet gathered in a very nice way to this ship of Sagittarius. It already collected everything else. All right. Thank you.